Okay. Now it should be live across all of the different platforms, right?
I've got the YouTube open.
The YouTubes. Oh God, there's.
It's not popping up yet.
Oh, it says I am live on there and on Twitch. We're doing it. We're streaming. We're restreaming it.
How much delay do you have?
See, why is it like I have to like sit here and like moderate everything? See, look at Otaku was not first. We figured it out. You're not first yet. All right, so this is a very informal stream, but we will figure it out. So with me today, I have a special guest that you guys probably should go and check out. The links are in the description, and it is Playbunny Arcade. They are what do you do exactly? You could tell everybody. Sorry, I was
Yeah, I
unprepared.
just do like my little Twitter fights like you do, and
Ah,
reviewing games on Steam.
the very pinnacle of success.
Exactly.
All right, so what we're going to talk about today is trying to make sure that you get everything you need for Anime Expo, at least for the booking process. So if you haven't traveled before or by plane or anything like that, then you can do so a little bit easier knowing that we have figured out a way to make this as seamless as possible, especially if you're going all the way across the country, much like I am. So I have a whole bunch of tabs open here, and we're going to talk about probably most of them because I'll forget all of them. So the first thing is that you always want to book your flight because that is going to be your means of getting there, right?
Exactly. You definitely want to do it very early if you're going to an event like this, which happens around July. Because
Yeah.
those, like around July 4th, it's a big vacation time. So your plane is going to fill up quick and you're going to get stuck between like two fat guys in a middle aisle.
So all of the worst things that could happen, you're going to be experiencing.
Yeah, you're going to be up 8 hours, can't look out a window, can't even go to the bathroom.
That sounds about right. So you can go ahead and like buy your tickets for Anime Expo. They're all the way out of like the premier fan badges because those are things that exist. Where are they at?
Yes.
Premier fan badges. Can't buy them. $500. Um, so, a little pricey. So here's the thing that we're going to talk about is getting your flight. Because after you've already registered for Anime Expo, your next thing is to take in all that you can with buying a flight. And that's going to be the most expensive part of this entire thing. Also, Jay said LineCon 2019. I heard that there are massive lines at Anime Expo. And unless you have that premier fan badge, you're pretty much not getting the things that you want.
It depends on what you're going for and how many people know about what you like. Like if you want to go to Atlas's booth, just don't even try. Give it up.
Okay, so I should just shatter all expectations to see anything about Catherine. Okay, got it.
Look
So,
at it from a distance.
Average Gamer says the lines are really bad, especially for after-hour panels. I can't even imagine. I can't. So, if you go to Google Flights or flights.google.com, then you can find the cheapest flights. It'll kind of do a literal Google search for all of your flights. And this is given that you don't check places like Southwest or anything like that. So I just did an example here from Atlanta all the way to LAX, and I put it for Wednesday, July 3rd, just so that way you have time to get to your hotel or wherever, settle in, and then be able to rest up for the big event. And I put it for the 7th, so that way when the convention pretty much ends is when you can leave. So if you were to look at any of these, you can see that they give you all the round trip stuff that you can just purchase right here. It'll send you to their website, but essentially it will give you the prices, tell you how long the flight is, and if it's nonstop or one stop and whatnot. Which, to be fair, I really did not think that my flight was going to be nonstop, and I saw a lot of other flights, coming from a lot of other places, stopping at the airports that I was going to be at. I just thought that that was kind of hilarious. So,
Yeah, if you want nonstop, you want to book it early, because if you wait too long, you're gonna get a plane that needs like 2, 3 stops, so that has like a 6 hour layover.
and that's not fun for anyone. Not for me, anyways. So, once you've gotten the flight that you want in your mind, make sure that you check the other thing, which is going to be your airline baggage fees. And trust me, they do get pricey very quick. So which flight did you take last time?
I actually went through 2 different planes.
Oh
They had
god.
me swap over. Oh, that's another thing. If you do, for whatever reason, have to get a plane that has a layover stop, pay close attention to what your baggage says, because it's possible you have to pick up your baggage again and then get it rebat or like rechecked and sent to another plane.
That sounds tedious. That's why I'm glad I
It
got like
is.
nonstop flights for everything.
It is, and they charge you twice because another airline is looking at your bags.
Wow. And like
So
you can see
be
a
careful
lot
of
of
that.
these. Yeah, you can see a lot of like how much they charge you per bag. So I think so Otakuso was talking about Air Canada and how it's a joke. I can see that. So if you were to travel from like the United States to Canada or something like that, your first bag is $25, and if you have a second bag it's 35, and then if you're just trying to stay somewhere forever, it is the third bag for $100. I think the other one, the one that I chose, was Southwest, because Southwest gives you 2 free bag checks. And most of these restrictions, they usually come in like the form of each bag has to be just underneath 50 pounds.
They'll also be really specific about dimensions, at least for anything that you're going to carry on.
Yeah, they I think for Southwest it can only be like 62 inches or so. I think is like the thing. So no, for most carry-on bags you don't have to pay for those. Carry-on bags are pretty much free of charge because that's just I don't know why they would even charge you that much.
So you can generally in a plane get away with 3 separate bags. You only have to check ones that are going into the cargo hold. Then there's your carry-on, which can be like a purse or like a something you could hold in your lap. And then they have like little above shelves in planes. And if your bag has the right dimensions, you can put it in the above shelf. So you can get away with carrying up to 3 different bags on a trip and only having to pay for one if you keep your dimensions right.
Yeah, that's about right. And so I saw someone ask if it would be cheaper to drive. I mean,
Depends where from.
yeah, it depends on where you're coming from because you have to remember you're going all the way in to Los Angeles. And for me, I think it's about 2,000 miles.
I
So,
think the best thing I could give you for that is I have taken a trip from where I am in South Carolina to Dallas, Texas, and it ended up costing almost like $400 in gas for a round trip. So just that's like $800 round trip to California, assuming
that's
good traffic.
that's expensive.
You're better just
No
getting a
way.
$400 plane ticket.
I need sorry, I had to grab this drink, this beverage here. But yeah, I don't. Why are prices so ridiculously high for just for driving? But then again, I mean, unless you have like a hybrid or an electric car, I guess that's not really a thing. So
You're also
that was
not
just
going
my
far in an
observation.
electric car.
Yeah, you're not. You're really not. I need my charge station. Damn it. With Southwest though, if you do have a third bag, like a third bag that you would have to have checked in, then it's $75. But for most of these places, there's like 25, I think, for like Virgin America, which is now Alaska Airlines.
Yep. I
So
would also
this is a
keep in
thing.
mind to like look up planes as how much they damage or lose luggage, if that's something you're really concerned about. Because there's one specific airline that's mixed in with the group of these that has like a horrible failure rate on getting your luggage to where it needs to go.
Yeah, I would definitely check those out because I think what was it, American or Delta, like they did something with like a lot of pets or something like that, and they were
Don't
like
trust Delta with your pets.
yeah, they pretty much kill your animals. So if you plan to bring a small dog, I would definitely not do that because they will probably kill it.
Yeah, that's just something to look forward to is like to look through your planes, look at the reviews for all of them because some of them are really bad.
I agree. So
Like,
here is a map of where you would be flying into this Los Angeles airport. So I was looking at what you told me like days ago. So I see each section is for its own flight. So if you book through Southwest, it'll be at this top one right here, the one
yep.
that's closest to the entrance. And then I think for each one, it gets like a little bit different. I don't know what all the planes are. Um, Virgin Atlantic, these things like that. Spirit Airways, American Airlines is this one. So I guess that's all a thing, but you can't really like go from one. Can you go from like the Southwest one over to like the American Airlines one, or would you just be stuck at that one like terminal spot?
You can. It's just kind of annoying to get around for the most part.
I can
Because
see
this is
that.
LAX, right, that you're showing?
Yes.
Yeah, this place, like everywhere you get to it through a monorail. Some of you in like smaller cities, when you go to your airport, it'll be just a singular building with a whole bunch of different hallways for the different airlines. But LAX has a monorail to take you to each airline's specifically ordained hall that they have just to themselves. It's a really big airport.
Yeah, I looked at a couple of the bars and stuff like that were in there, so guess we'll see. And then once you get to the airport, this is where the part gets tricky. On the day that we would be arriving on the 3rd, I hear that well, because I'm going to like all these different places to get from the airport to downtown LA, I heard takes about what you said. Maybe if like depending on traffic, it could be like hours, but for the most part, it takes generally about 30 to 45 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Which always count on the fact that people are going to be in traffic for a while, especially going into downtown.
Just always consider the worst.
So if you don't have a friend that lives there, be prepared to get that Uber. And I think you can get like Uber XLs or something like that is what it's called.
Yeah, it's for if you need to carry a certain number of people. I think Uber XL
Yeah,
is past 3 people, maybe.
it could be. I'm not too sure, but I think that that's about right. So if you don't have anyone that lives there, make sure that you just you get you get an Uber planned and ready for when you land. Otherwise, you'll be there for a long while.
Yep.
Cascade Range says LAX is the second biggest slash busiest airport in the U.S. And I hear like LaGuardia over in New York, just you don't want to be there because it's absolutely the worst time ever. So this is pretty much the entire downtown area. There's a lot of different restaurants and a lot of different places that you'll go. I don't know what happened there, Google, but we'll figure it out. There was some pictures that I actually had of like Anime Expo, but this is essentially where you'll be, except with, you'll probably see some people there from the fire department. People are collapsing because of heat stroke, but generally it's going to be right here. And there's a picture for that. Yeah, I would just go ahead and count on there just being a lot of like heat stroke victims out here, especially if the temperature is like at 110.
Oh, that's another thing. For those of you who are like in maybe like more southern states, 110 for LA is not 110 in a southern state. Southern states have a much higher humidity rating, which puts our heat up a lot more than it sounds. So LA's 110 for anyone living in the South would be more like 85 to 90.
Yeah, that's not too bad. I mean, for me anyways, it's not too bad. And like Maddie says, AX is a block away from Skid Row. Yeah, I heard to stay far away from Skid Row. But Skid Row is also very close to another restaurant called Meatzilla, which sounds sexual in a lot of ways, but it's not, I promise.
It's like everything in LA is sexual in a lot of ways.
I can believe that. It has this pizza bun burger thing, and it looks great. I really want to try some of their stuff, but that's for a different topic.
Yeah.
I do want to. There's a whole lot of other stuff that I need to try while I'm there, but I'll get to that. So, if you haven't already booked any of these things for staying in the downtown area, because a lot of these will be pretty close, then Anime Expo actually just talked about their official hotel block, where they show you a list of all of the different hotels that you can book for a special rate. So, yeah, hey, Cascade Range, I did hear about Big Wangs, and I laughed at it because I was like, no, it's a very real place. I was like, I really want to try that now. So, it's very real. I just want it.
Zilla.
Yeah, after I get done eating at Meatzilla, I'm gonna go and have some Big Wangs. I'm gonna have some super huge Big Wangs from Los Angeles, California. So there's a whole bunch of like hotels here. Yeah, Big Wangs, all spaced out like that. This is very aesthetic. Even the Sheraton Grand, which is it connected to the Macy's? Like, because I know there's like that giant ass Macy's. Is that the same thing?
Yeah, I've personally stayed at the Sheraton Grand, and I did last year as well. There's a literal Macy's built like into this Sheraton Grand, as well as like a couple other places. Because these are the kind of hotels that they don't really want you to leave too much, so they generally put in like food courts, they put in little shopping centers, all this other stuff.
Uh-huh. So they really just want you to be happy with your stay.
Yeah. It also happens to be across the street from a Chick-fil-A, which is like the only Chick-fil-A in LA.
That's actually really funny. So a lot of these hotels, they look very appealing, but you have to make sure that you look at this hotel block that they have. So this has a grid on their website where you can see what the hotel name is, how many people you can have in each room, the distance from the convention center, and if it has a wristband policy. So they'll probably slap one on you, or you have to have like a little like ticket to show that you stay there. And it also gives you check-in and check-out times. But the important stuff that you need to look for is the excessive cleaning deposit at check-in. Yeah, because apparently most of these are labeled as none, but they will charge you $250.
Yep.
Which, why? But they also have the per-day hotel parking rates. Someone did bring it up, like you have to pay for parking at certain hotels. This will tell you in this grid. So like $43 for valet parking.
Yep.
It'll tell you if breakfast is included, if it has a fitness center. So if you need to be fit, you can do so. You can also have swimming pool, your pets. And you can also have complimentary internet, which there's only one place that doesn't.
Yeah.
And it's the Sheraton. Why is it the Sheraton?
Yeah, that was a thing we had last year. They charged us like $10 or something for internet for the week.
Jeez. Well, at least it's for the week. I guess that's not too bad.
Yeah, no, they weren't like, oh, it's going to be like $200 a day. It was cheap. It was just weird. Because, I mean, even Motel 6s offer free internet now.
Yeah, that's true. I would also very much suggest that you get a VPN. Because just because I know what a lot of you are going to be looking at when you're at Anime Expo. If it's anything like I think it is, okay? And then it tells you the age that's required to check in. So if you're under the age of 18 for most of these places, I suggest that you become older. Just grow yourself. And also, if you need a fridge, some of these places do have mini fridges. But
most of them will.
Yeah, most of them do, except for like a couple available upon request. A $25 fee for this one, and that is at the Line Hotel.
Another thing is if you do this, you want to book your hotel probably pretty early because AX isn't like a lot of other expos across the country. It's a very sizable event. A lot of these hotels will start filling up really, really quick within like the last 2 months before AX.
Yeah, that's why you can even go to like Airbnb. So what I did was I booked all my stuff through Airbnb because I'm gonna stay at not a hotel, but there's a lot of people wanting to check in around the times that we're supposed to be arriving, and that's why I went ahead and just booked it as quick as I could. Yeah, become older. Just grow yourself. What are you doing? Being under 18, you pleb? Okay, just grow yourself. So, like, I can go here. I'm gonna put it for the third. I don't know why it like always goes to the fourth, but it's fine. But you can check some Airbnbs. I just did this for my own benefit because I'm getting a super big penthouse. Yeah, this one, the one that I was looking at, it's $7.99 a night.
Yeah, I don't. Uh, you do you.
Yeah, I can't. Well, I did the cheaper one, and even then, when I saw this one, I was like, you know, I do want to go big or go home, but I just can't go $800 a night big. And it actually went up in price because it was like $673.
Yeah.
But it's beautiful. Are you kidding me? Look at this place. You get this great view with all this decor. It's great.
I mean, I get to look at a Macy's. So who's really winning here?
Yeah, this is true. But I don't plan to I don't plan to be at the Macy's. I plan to be drunk and high as a kite. I don't know. I may not. I will probably not even have the chance. This is what I looked at here. But you can also check Airbnb. Some of these places will be a little bit cheaper for you. Maybe. But they also do tell you how much everything is up front. So if you were to choose this one, for example, it would tell you how much it is for the 4 nights, the cleaning fee, and the service fee, and then, of course, your taxes. And it comes out to about this much, which for some people, this would probably be cheaper and a better value. So make sure you just Airbnb a lot of that stuff.
Just don't pick NECRO's Airbnb.
Yeah, don't pick mine. Yeah, don't pick mine. I'm on the 20th floor. I'm going to start thinking I can fly at some point, I'm sure. But yeah, this hotel grid will tell you pretty much everything that you need to know before you book a hotel. And they are very specific on who can book it. I think isn't that like up here somewhere? No, it's on this same page. So, if you are going to be a general attendee such as myself, then you can't book until February 5th.
Yep.
But if you are any of the important people beforehand, then you can book like a week or two before. Or if you're an exhibitor or someone that's going to the artist alley, then you can go ahead and just book right now because we need your art. We need it now.
It's not just booking. When you show up, a lot of these hotels will require everybody to either be there or one specific person who's booked and put their name on it to be the one to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I think my hotel actually required us to, both me and my roommate, to show our IDs because they said we both had to be there to get the room.
That is crazy.
Oh, they can get very specific at some of the hotels. They're very uptight about it.
Booking guidelines and tips. These are things that you may also need to know because depending on the hotel that you get, this may also be something. A valid credit card is needed to make a reservation, as if that wasn't apparent enough. I mean, you could just try to give them like lint and pocket sand, but they probably will just, kick you out. But don't take my word for it. Reservations are non-transferable, so you can't give it to someone else. Depending, I guess it's like, unless you like die or something, maybe, but just don't give it to anyone else. And then, depending on the hotel, you must be at least 18 or 21 years of age to check into a room, as we have seen below. And then it says, to avoid errors while booking your reservation, do not have the hotel booking site open in multiple tabs or windows.
That's just your stupid proof recommendation.
Oh, yeah, well, it's going to happen.
Oh yeah, people do it all the time.
Once you have selected your room nights, we recommend that you complete your personal and payment information within 5 minutes. If you do not complete the reservation within this time, your room nights may be taken by another attendee.
Oh yeah, when I said these places fill up quick, they'll fill up quick, and they're not gonna lock out a room while you try and pay for it. First person that gets it's first person that gets it.
Yeah, that's why, like, this, just on this Airbnb website, it says 103% more people are looking for homes in LA. And that's around the time that I was looking, so I had no choice but to get it, because a lot of the places that I was looking at, they're all gone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people are taking these quick.
There's a lot of people that go to AX annually, and they will actually reserve their stuff as soon as the previous AX has ended within the week.
Oh. It says, please note, a virtual queue will be in place to manage the high traffic expected for the hotel booking process. That will happen.
Yep.
Can confirm that if people are looking at Airbnb and the spike has went up a lot, and they're looking for those specific days, I can almost guarantee you that they will somehow try to weasel their way in to get some of those hotel rooms that you're looking at. So the best thing to do is just to stay very vigilant and make sure that you're one of the first people to get there. Like, just for the booking anyways.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it lists all this stuff right here on their website. I think it's like a news story on the front. But of course, just make sure you look at the ones that you want. It'll tell you the distance from where you are to the convention center. I would choose one as close as possible because it's going to be hot.
Yeah, a lot of these hotels are within like a maximum 15 minutes walking distance. But the reason like this list is up for AX is because they'll have a bus go to each of these hotels every 30 minutes to an hour to pick people up.
Yeah, that's a thing that I think, where is it at? I don't think it's listed on here, but at these hotels, if you go to any of these, they will actually have a shuttle come and pick you up. So that way you don't have to book any Ubers or Lyfts or anything like that. They will come and get you with the shuttle at those locations for these hotels that you can choose from. I would probably get on that as quick as possible. The DoubleTree.
Not a lot of people take the bus, so you shouldn't have to worry too much about not getting a space on it. I think out of every day the bus came by, there was only one time where we actually ran out of space on the bus.
Jeez, running out of space on, is it like well, obviously it's like a city bus. They just kind of brand it. Isn't that right? Here, I'm gonna find this now because everyone's spamming it. That's gonna be the new catchphrase. Wait, that's why I looked it up, because it's right outside of my hotel. It's right outside of my penthouse. Big Wangs. It's Big Wangs. It's right here. Since we're here, let's just go ahead and look at it.
Instead of having scenery, you get to look at big wangs all day.
Yeah, Big Wangs. See, look at, he has the Hulk Hogan like goatee going on. Look at this.
Would you like some big wangs, brother?
Big Wangs. What's a Big Wangs, brother? Brother? Yeah, they call you brother when you walk in. Like, okay.
They better if they're gonna have a chicken with that mustache.
You know, Big Wangs actually looks pretty good. We'll probably eat at Big Wangs. I would really like to have some Big Wangs. Especially this right here. The fries with like the pepperoni and cheese.
Oh.
I mean, looking at a lot of this stuff makes me really hungry. It's great. So I actually marked a list of places that you may want to just get in case you want to go to those places. Yeah, Big Wang's not sponsored. Oh man, let me go to Big Wang's, and if they sponsor me, I'll take that approach.
This episode of NECRO Goes to AX sponsored by Big Wangs.
Necro meet up at Big Wang's? Maybe. Um, I could meet everybody at Big Wang's. You still owe me a burger. Yeah, I do owe you a burger. But I hear that In-N-Out Burger is supposed to be the premier place to get all of your burger needs. So apparently, In-N-Out Burger is just that damn delicious. And I got to see for myself. So do you have any opinions on In-N-Out Burger? Or have you not had it before?
I have had In-N-Out Burger. I don't want to rain on your parade because I personally don't like In-N-Out. I didn't get the love for it. To
Okay.
me, it was just a worse Crystal Burger. But I mean, I don't want to rain on your parade. Everyone else says it's amazing.
I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure though. And if a lot of you guys are like vegan and whatnot, I found a perfect restaurant. It's called Fat Burger. They have the Impossible Burger there. Have you guys heard about the Impossible Burger? The Impossible
Yes.
Burger is like a plant-based, like it's supposed to emulate real beef, like real ground beef, and then they just made it into a burger and it like cooks the same way. So I don't know, but that's a place that I, will probably try out. I think I can go to like here, right? Whoops. Wait, how do I get to my list? Okay. I actually have a list that I saved for Anime Expo, so that way I could show you guys all of these great places that were recommended to me. So there was a restaurant called Porto's, which is a Cuban restaurant. And apparently they make a lot of stuff very fresh, like these cakes. They also have all of these really good looking sandwiches, and they have pastries. I hear that the croissants are what you go there for.
Did not go myself, so can't comment.
A lot of that stuff looks pretty good. So, that's fake burgers. Yeah, don't get your hopes up about In-N-Out Burger. Apparently, like, I talked to people and they said it was pretty good. And that's all I can really go on.
I've noticed it's a lot more polarizing than people really give it credit for. Either you love it to death or it's the worst burger you've ever had.
Fair enough. I can see that. There's another restaurant called Rogers Burgers. And this one was recommended to me because look at the size of this absolute unit of a burger. This is like a wrap, and then they have this burger. And it is enormous. I've never seen anything that huge. Absolute unit.
Yeah, scratch point. That's death.
Yeah, this isn't death. This is I don't know what you would call this. Like I'm pretty sure I would have like a seizure just eating a little bit of it, but that's like what, 4 or 5 patties smothered in cheese?
Pickles, tomatoes, onions, lettuce.
The
Probably some
best
mayo
one.
mixed in there.
It says that's Tess Holiday size. Yeah, one would agree. Yeah, they have a lot of like other like stuff that I'm really curious about, but apparently like it's really good. I don't know. I guess we'll find out when we get there, won't we? A lot of these places I am kind of excited about, like Meatzilla. There is an ice cream place called House of Chimney Cakes.
Yep.
Have you been there? Is that good?
I did not go, but I've heard a lot about it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of this.
Yep. It's like that gourmet stuff.
Yeah, it's the really expensive stuff. Yeah, so much great food, not enough stomach. I don't know how I'm gonna do this all like before check-in time on the 3rd. But these are places that you guys can like look up. This one has like fruits on it, so it's halfway not bad for you. I mean,
but that just ruins the ice cream.
Kind of. This one has Louis Vuitton. Why? This is actually like the better name, this is actually the better name for like ice cream related things. There's a place in Florida called The Yard where they make milkshakes. And I said, oh, that's funny, huh? Get it? It's like all of their milkshakes bring all the boys to the
Boys
yard.
to the yard.
Yeah, and I had a collective sigh, a collective sigh of just like, okay, I can't with you guys today. And since a lot of you guys are, super weebs, I found a good place that was recommended to me. And I hope it's good, but I heard that it was the best ramen place around. It's like Daikokuya.
It's right across the street from the Sheraton, I think.
Yeah, it's somewhere real close.
There it is.
Yeah, it's apparently it's really good. They have a lot of sushi, a lot of ramen bowls. And they all are. I heard that this is like the best place for ramen. And isn't this the place that has like the small bowls and the large bowls?
Believe so.
I hear that the small bowls will be enough for just one person. Because if this is like any indicator, I guess we'll find out. But it does look delicious.
There's also, when you do go to AX, if any of y'all do, there's food trucks at AX. And AX generally stays open basically all day. So if you don't want any of these places, you can always just stop by a food truck.
Yeah, and you know what? That's interesting that you brought that up, to be honest, because there is actually a food truck that will be there that's generally at every anime convention that's in that same area. And it's also where they're making a good new anime. I'm sure you've heard of it. It is called Akamoto Kitchen. This one. And this is one of the food trucks that it's there. And they have a lot of Japanese comfort food. So they have spicy tuna stacks. They have cheese mochi sticks. The Akonomi fries, I hear, are really good. They also have big burgers. Not as much as Big Wangs, but it's pretty close. Start a hashtag NECRO for Big Wangs. Or no, do it the other way. Big Wangs for NECRO. That way it fits perfectly. So they got like the Yankee burger and their famous Nam Bomb sandwich. Yeah, I plan to stream a lot of this stuff from Anime Expo. So it'll be like a vlog, but I'm not posting vlogs because that'd be stupid. The Katsu curry sandwich. They have Akamoto curry. And then they also have like some parfaits and things like that you can get.
All right, there we go for your hashtag. Do you want to use the word for or the number for? It's a very important decision.
I like the one where it is not the number, because the number it just looks weird. Hashtag Big Wangs for NECRO. That one.
There we go. Spam Twitter with it right now and Instagram.
Yeah, just do your part. Big Wangs for NECRO. And they're gonna look at their social media like, what the hell's happening here?
Yeah, you have to at Big Wangs.
Yeah,
find their official Twitter.
Yeah, at Big Wangs. They're just gonna look at Twitter and be like, what the hell are these weebs doing? Why are they always tagging us for this guy named NECRO? It'd be great. And they also have some yuzu lime soda, Japanese milk tea. I like milk tea. It's a very acquired taste from what I can tell for people. And if you do plan to go to Akamoto Kitchen on their food truck, they do have a leaderboard. I think it's this thing right here, the ranking. So they have where if you go there every so often, you can see this leaderboard. You just register your name and email address and you acquire points. And I think the more points that you get, it gives you more of a discount. So I think you can get up to like 75% off. Big Hogs for NECRO. You know,
a little too on the nose there.
Yeah, it's a little too on the nose. Why? Why would you do this? Where is it at? I need my Big Wangs. I like how this is now like what the stream is. It's actually Wang's Tavern, but you know, as long as they have the chicken there with the name Big Wangs, I think I'm okay with that. Big Wangs for death. Cocks on the rock. Yeah. They have some pizza. It does not look very appetizing to me though. I'm a pizza connoisseur.
I don't know, it looks like a nice pizza.
I just the best pizza I've had is the best pizza that I've had is in Florida, and I'm hoping that that will change when I go to Los Angeles. Yeah. So as Hamazura said, the owner is a gamer, so sometimes they have character related goods. They do. They actually have a. It's like on like the merchandise store, but they do have merchandise that you can also purchase, like T-shirts and stuff like that too. And I'm sure that they have it on their food truck. I think they were featured on like Las Vegas Eats or something like that, or something. They've been featured on a lot of different cooking network shows and Travel Channel stuff. It's a good watch. It's a good watch. Pizza is okay here in LA. It always depends on where you go, though. I guess that's true for most places. I guess I would have to, find some good pizza spots. I think I will probably look that up next. And then the last thing that I want to touch on a little bit more is I have some Immigrers, thanks to our friend here, Playbunny Arcade. These ones are from Anime Expo last year. So you can walk us through what you have found here, and then I can like enlarge these pictures. Wow, that's huge. So this one's the Cowboy Bebop swordfish.
Most of these were from Good Smile's booth. If y'all don't know who Good Smile is, they basically do all of the really good anime figurines you'll see a lot, from chibis to like full-size figurines. They put a lot of the figures that go in like the Japanese gacha machines that people talk about a lot. And like these are pretty pricey figures. A lot of them get up to $150, $200.
Oh man, I'd buy this one. The One Punch Man, the Saitama one for $65. Yes.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I like a lot of like just the chibi ones. They're just cute to me. Yeah, I really want the Goblin Slayer one too. When I go there, if they have the Goblin Slayer one, it's a purchase. Okay.
Oh yeah.
These
They
Kirby
do
ones.
almost figures for every anime, even ones they don't show off. A lot of times you can look at their website and they'll have them.
The Kirby ones are weird, but I like them because
It was like a Mr. Potato Head Kirby.
oh my god. I can see this. Here's this one. This giant one. What is this? This is the Batman the Batman the one where he's like a samurai and it's like in Japan. I remember seeing this one and then wanting to kill myself over the price of it. So walk us through that.
Oh yeah, it's just from the Ninja Batman movie. It was a big display for them because I know I don't have anything to scale with it, but this would have been about the size of my torso height-wise. So it's like an
Jeez.
average person's torso. It was a huge figurine. It was something they were working on. And while it's up, I
Mhm.
have to shill for the Ninja Batman movie. It is the most glorious train wreck any of you will ever watch. So all of you need to go out and watch it tonight.
Is it really bad?
It's a good kind of train wreck.
Oh, okay.
If you have some time tonight, I've got to bring you in to watch it. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
And here's the Hatsune Miku's, all the different Mikus. I wanted to make it my mission to get some Miku figures at some point because she's just kind of just out here.
Oh yeah, they do a Miku basically every year, and you can see all the Mikus. You got your winter Mikus, your lunar Mikus, your pop star Mikus, your giant Neandroid Miku.
I really want the racing ones. They always have like the racing ones. I want those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, these ones look cool, especially this one. And they're not too bad of a price, to be honest with you.
Yeah, a lot of these though are just what they'll display. They'll bring a whole bunch of extra product that they'll keep behind the desk. They have a actual booklet.
These ones are like the Naruto ones, and then the Pokemon ones, like they're like landscape
Oh
ones.
yeah, these weren't from Good Smile. This was from apparently there's an Australian company that shows up to AX, and they make a bunch of stuff like these. These are very expensive though. These get up to like $200. But they make like these mini terrarium looking things with these really detailed little figures, and they create different scenes with it. Most of them are themed around it. They had everything from like Dragon Ball to Bleach.
Yeah, these they look expensive, and I'm sure that they very much are.
Yeah, you can order them as well, but there's something about actually being there and like holding the product with it.
I would probably get like something like that. It's just because of like how like artistically cool it looks, I guess.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a display piece more than anything else.
Yeah, but this is just some of the merch that you guys can see there from just like the figures part of it.
There's gonna be a whole bunch of different places selling like t-shirts. There's different manga stands that'll sell those. There are stands that sell adult things, but they're always in
Like
like
a
hidden
far off. Yeah,
booths.
they're always in a far off corner or they're very hidden.
And those booths have ridiculous lines, so I only went in the one for Nutaku, if any of y'all know what Nutaku is. But a lot of times you can't take any pictures in those booths.
Yeah, fair
They're just
enough.
off limits completely.
I can see that. I mean, so he says, be careful, NECRO. Don't go. He said, you'll go broke in Anime Expo. Look, I plan to not really buy a whole lot. There's only something very specific that I'm looking for, but if the occasion arises, I'll make sure that I get all the things that I need. But
Just a
um,
fair warning to everybody, you have to really, really, really budget yourself because you're gonna see a lot of stuff you want, and it's hard to resist it. Like it's different when it's on the internet and you can think of, oh, I have to order it, I have to wait for Amazon, I have to pick it up at the mail. But when you can actually hold it and you know that like this came from like across the world and I don't have to order it, it's really hard not to just buy it.
yeah, I can agree with that. And these are the last little bits that we have where it's cosplay. So you saw a lot of cosplayers, and if you've been to any anime convention ever, then you would know that like there's a lot of cosplayers there that show very revealing things, but some of these aren't so bad. So this first one is from like I think they're supposed to be like the Anime Expo like booth people, like the
Yeah, so Anime Expo every single year specifically makes kind of a mascot girl for their booth. And that's what this girl was. This was their mascot for this year, and they had an official girl dress up as the mascot and kind of walk around and advertise it. Which I
yeah,
don't really get the point of advertising Anime Expo
when you're at
in Anime Expo,
yeah,
but you know, you do you. I
yeah.
guess it works.
Hey, they're just trying to make sure you come back next year, and it works. Okay. Then there's the annoying gun in oh my god, I can't just walk me through
Girls
this.
Frontline.
Yes.
Yes, apparently, because I've only know Girls Frontline from playing the game a bit, but I was in the Discord at the time I sent this picture to the Girls Frontline Discord. Apparently, this girl was very meme worthy in the community, which is why she specifically dressed up as one of the guns in the game that everybody hates, like,
I,
absolutely despises.
I don't know why they. Okay, it's fine. We're just gonna move past this because the gun makes me very angry. I'm just gonna skip it. Okay, so this one is from Monster Musume. What's her name? I forget most of their names in that show. I don't watch it that often.
Oh, I don't know many of their names at all. I was just taking pictures of cosplay.
Oh, no, someone in chat knows her name. I don't. Oh, Poppy. Yeah, that's her name. Okay. See, look, I knew you guys would figure it out. I don't
Oh,
know their
Spooky, that's
names.
rude. She looked fine.
Is that what she looks like? Shit. I mean, look. If we go back to the picture, you can clearly see the band that's holding this cat ear thing in place. Okay.
She tried.
She did. You know, she did. She did really good for a really bad character. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of these people though aren't with a company. They just make the cosplay themselves, walk around with it. And some of them, like this girl, are really good with like make. You can see how the wings are made. She
Mm-hmm.
put a lot of effort into it.
I think we can like zoom in and not be weird about it. Yeah. So you can
Just
kind of
looking
see
at the
it.
cosplay.
Yeah, it looks like, there's probably a lot of stapling going on at the very beginning, and then she just kind of made it go together.
Yeah.
It's fine. There's a lot of cosplayers out there that do a lot of things. This is one is the Haruhi Suzumiya.
Oh yeah.
People love it.
I mean, there's got to be one every expo. Somebody's dressed up as Haruhi. It never goes away.
Yeah, I mean, the original Haruhi Suzumiya is very high up on a pedestal, especially when you go to different anime YouTubers like Digibro, where they talk about how great Haruhi Suzumiya is, just in like the entire context of how you have to approach the show. And then they came out with like that weird like second season. Like I don't know, it was pretty weird, but I guess people liked it. I guess people like this. They'll always like it.
I forget what was the second season called. They had a weird name
It's
for
like
it.
the disappearance.
The disappearance of Haruhi, and like it
Yeah.
was the same episode 6 times in a row.
Oh.
Have you ever watched it?
No, I have not. I've seen bits and pieces of the original, and I just have not sat down to care that much. And I will probably go back and watch it. But I guess we'll
Yeah, the
see.
endless. Sorry, 8 episodes. It's the endless 8.
Oh, the fact that you guys know that there's this many. Okay, this one is your favorite Kizuna Ai cosplay.
Yeah.
I look, Kizuna Ai was around.
She's still around.
Yeah, but it's kind of like, I don't know. I feel like they're just kind of like trying to force memes with her a little bit. But
I mean, probably.
But then again, I'm a forced meme within my own right. So
Big wings for Necro.
yeah, hashtag
We're
big
talking about forced memes.
Yeah, we can look at that's a forced meme because it flows together, but it is forced. This one I think is still one of my favorite ones that you sent me. Is this cosplay? Yeah, is this cosplay? And it's just this guy holding up the board. I like that that's a thing.
Oh yeah, he was walking around with it for a while. I think he went as that every day.
This one I think is the most revealing one. This one is the one where I'm gonna get like demonetized. They're gonna hit me with a strike. Anyways, it doesn't matter. But yeah, this one is like the one where she pretty much walked around. You can see the tape. There's tape right here.
She's still a brave girl.
Yeah, that's. I don't know what else to do here. But yeah, I just, you did it.
Yeah.
And then yeah, so go ahead and tell people about this one, the one with the orange.
Oh yeah. So coming off of the last girl who had just tape, being very brave, this girl is probably the most covered up of anybody at AX. But if you notice the sign in the back that says cosplay deviants, this girl is basically a porn actress.
Find her now. my audience needs it for the sauce.
I actually do have the sauce. I bought one of their yearbooks,
Oh
which were like $50. They're good yearbooks. I'm not gonna lie.
I imagine they are quality material. I do like this one a little bit. This one from Sword Art Online, the Sion.
Yeah, she was like an actual employee, but she was not actually for Sword Art Online. This booth sold like fake guns. You can probably tell by the gun she has, which has like the tip on it, the orange tip.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't even think they were like airsoft or paintball. I think they just made noise like toy guns used to. Just they had a much higher quality to them.
Yeah, they look pretty high quality. I would never have known the difference almost, but other than like obviously someone made it.
Yeah. They were generally pretty good materials, and that was all their booth was selling.
And then there's the Naruto fans. They do the cosplay. This one.
Yeah, it's one thing to like play a game where you spot Narutos. It's another one to find like the Naruto squad, and they don't have a Naruto in it.
Yeah, this is true. I like that he has tattoos on his fingers. I think that's probably my favorite part of his cosplay is that it's unintentionally supposed to not have tattoos.
Yeah,
it's fine. People are just having fun.
people are just enjoying themselves.
Yeah, there's this one. This is the Sekai Project one where they I guess they do things. What's this game?
League of Legends.
Okay.
So her little orb thingy wasn't like plastic or anything. It was actually glowing. It would make noise, and I don't know, like you can see it's flat on the bottom, so I assume
Hmm.
she had buttons under it to control it.
Yeah.
I mostly just like the detail on her outfit because she chose really interesting materials for it to give it a bit more texture to it.
Yeah.
Also, those tails were probably so annoying.
Uh, just you know, I got a story. I'm gonna save it for the end. Um,
Yeah.
and then of course you have good old Fire Emblem cosplay, and he's
Oh yeah, I
supposed to be
love
the
the
Black Knight. Is that like legitimately
yeah.
his? Yeah. Hey, there's that.
I mean, it's hard to do really big armor, especially when you're just doing it as a fan and not with like a company backing.
Yeah. He's
So
just
you kind of end up with like just this.
yeah, he's just having fun. He's just trying to be the best Black Knight he can be. Okay. You sent me
He's
this
doing
one
the
a while
best.
ago too, and I was very perplexed at what I was looking at. But you can shed more light onto it for me.
No, they weren't even like with a company or anything. They were just out on their own having fun. There's no story really behind it.
Well, I like his cosplay because the face paint is really setting me up. I
Oh
really
yeah.
like that.
I honestly don't even it looks so familiar, but I honestly don't know what it's from. I feel like I know it.
Man, look at all these booths and stuff like that. And then they have Dragon Ball Fighters. That game's good. Hey, can we please not get any more DLC that's Goku and Vegeta, please? Thanks. That would be great. Um, okay, so there's a couple of pictures. There's a multitude of pictures here. And you have to explain in this order what is exactly happening with the Pikachus and with the My Hero Academia characters here, because they look like they're frightened, and then things take a really weird like spiral down.
Yeah, so you can see with all the different walls in the background, this is their specific cosplay area where people like set up scenes and they have some people even bring like professional photographers to get these scenes done. But there were four guys at Anime Expo in like the inflatable Pikachu suits, and they were just running around from scene to scene messing with people, and a lot of guys were just kind of taking it as a chance for some
There's a
like
guy
on
back
the
there
spot
T posing,
acting.
by the way.
Yeah.
So I noticed that he was over here T posing, you know, just kind of doing his own thing, and then there's like the Pikachu's here.
Oh yeah. It
And
was
then and then we get
that's
to
like the
this
best.
one. This one is like that one meme. Everybody knows the meme. Just this is actually cursed. This picture is actually the most cursed one I've seen.
Oh,
So
it's the best.
yeah, it's cursed and blessed at the same time, and I can't
So
fault
I
you
think
for
the
that.
best part is the Ass Ketchum girl wasn't with them and she was doing her own photo shoot. I don't know what she was doing in the bedroom with the book. I was following the Pikachus around. I don't really know what their story was. It just worked out too well.
It did, and it made for one of the best pictures I've seen. Alright. And then there's this one, this cosplayer here with the pink hair.
Oh yeah, so that's one thing when you're like asking for pictures. Some people are really, really shy. This girl I could tell was really shy. Like she wasn't posing for anything specific. She got really nervous when I asked if I could take a picture of her cosplay. So like be mindful with some people is some people are going to be really nervous about it and some people don't want their pictures taken. If they say no, just kind of
Okay.
respect that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think she
Don't be
was
a
trying to get
Momo-kun. Do not be Momo-kun and just you slap people on their ass, okay?
Oh yeah, don't go around grabbing people. And if you ask somebody if you can take a picture, remember that means take a picture, not take a picture with them. So don't just start grabbing on people or trying to get in a hug. It's kind of creepy.
Yeah. Yeah, just
Yeah, don't want to
don't
rape
do
anybody.
yeah, don't do that. Consent matters. Yeah, it does.
They actually
Um,
do put up multiple signs around AX that
oh man.
says, remember to ask.
That would be yeah, if Momokun shows up there, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna be like very threatened. Wangs for cosplayers, yeah. It comes full circle. Yeah. Big Wangs promotes me to go to Anime Expo to promote Big Wangs. And that's what happens. I give Wangs to the cosplayers.
The real shield hero.
Yeah, the real shield hero, the one that everyone deserves. You know, I don't play that. I don't play any Fate games.
Oh, she let me hold the shield for a second, and even though it's not completely metal, a sizable portion of her shield had metal backing to it. This was a heavy shield, so I don't. She must have been having a rough day with this thing.
Oh my god.
It had to be a good 25, 30 pounds, and it doesn't sound like much, but it's hot.
Yeah.
And you have to like carry it around all day.
Yeah, every single second. Oh yeah, that's the thing, Maddie. I think that Maddie will probably know the picture when I get down there. This one is a group of females they hear that you took a picture of.
Oh, they were actually also hired for Grand Blue Fantasy. Grand Blue Fantasy was announcing their game that year for the PlayStation, I think.
Oh, the PS4 fighter game thing, or was it a different one?
Yeah. PS4 fighter. It looks a lot like the combat is Dark Souls styled or action RPG styled. But these were some of the people they actually hired for advertising.
Their stuff looks good. I like that.
Yeah.
Here's another cosplay right here. This one is Code Geass. I think it was a good show. Okay, no hate, please. So. Who are the other characters? Because I am also lost in the ether.
I have no idea. Some people came as groups, but I'm pretty sure the guy on the far right is JoJo something. But don't get mad at me. I've never watched JoJo, so I have no idea who's in JoJo. Yeah. But, some people would come as groups, but they wouldn't theme themselves. They would just do their favorite characters in general.
No, I don't think she's CC, guys. I think that's, what's that one show that I don't watch? 7 Deadly Sins or something.
That one show you don't watch. That's very descriptive. Thank you.
Hey, I mean, you'll know if I don't watch it, but it could be CC. It probably is. I don't know. Who knows? And then we come to this one, and you can tell me definitively this Astolfo. It was a man or woman.
The tweet I made when I put this picture out was this was the most accurate Astolfo I saw there. So you can take that for what you will.
Okay.
I thought I sent you a picture. There's another picture.
Yeah, there was one. Yeah, I think you sent me the other one where it was like you and the Astolfo, and then like they lifted up their skirt. Yes.
So the story, I guess, don't show the picture because it has my face in it. I try and keep myself anonymous as possible, but the story behind that is this person actually got them to like lift their skirt and show that they did in fact have a penis. They were not tucking or anything. I was sitting beside them at this booth, and I was talking to them. I was just trying to make a friend, and somebody walks up and says, "Hey, so-and-so, this is my friend. Show them your penis." And I just look over and I'm like, "What?" And they stand up and they just lift up their skirt, and they've got like their penis isn't tucked or anything.
That's a yikes. Okay.
And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Okay. Good cosplay, but not into traps. Reverse traps are great though. Big wanks for traps. This is happening.
I don't know. In reverse traps, what's gayer? Liking a guy that looks like a girl, or liking a girl that looks like a guy? Because you don't know till the pants come off.
Whoa, facts.
So think about it.
I like how Astolfo is casually posing here, and then there's a guy back here in VR. He's just hanging out.
Oh, I did not participate in testing this game, but it was literally just a VR visual novel, and I don't really understand the point of it. It's literally just you're playing a visual novel, but you can look around on the visual novel screen. I didn't get the point personally.
Fair enough.
It just
And then you have to describe this last picture of quote cosplay to me.
Oh yeah, no, this was just it was still in the cosplay room, but this was the meme team. The two Asian guys are Ugandan Knuckles. You can see Akana in the background. There's a Psyduck off to the side. You've got your gold Pepe with your Thanos glove. There's a Mudkip and specifically a Lowland Diglett
Yeah,
because
I see the hair there, and it's
yes, the glorious Alolan Diglett hair.
it's great. Yeah, this is cosplay, guys. Don't question it.
You can kind of see a Naruto with like the Hokage outfit in the
Yeah,
center there with the flames, which this was the one Naruto I'll excuse because he was in the meme team. So he was Naruto for the meme specifically.
that's fair enough. I can see that. So that's those are things to look forward to.
I had to give the Ugandan Knuckles guys like credit though. They weren't wearing skin suits. They actually painted everything. So props, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, they did something. And they had the little helmet things too, so it's fine. It's fine. Okay.
The paper mache helmets.
Yeah, they look great. I remember at MechaCon there was actually a guy walking around as Filthy Frank, and he was doing like the voice and all, and he had this little broken clock that he would just kind of carry around, and
Screaming, it's time to stop it, everybody.
yeah, pretty much he was doing that, and it was interesting to say the least.
Ugh.
But I mean, he was a cool guy though. At the end of the day, we all like everybody pretty much gathered at the bar and we all had drinks. It was fun.
There was one girl I did not get a picture of because she didn't want anybody taking pictures of her without her full suit on. But she
Oh,
was in like a mecha suit, and she had literally four people carrying pieces of this suit following her.
that
Like it,
sounds tedious.
oh, it was awful. She was only there for like specific events that she wanted to attend. But she had four guys each carrying a different gigantic piece of this suit behind her. Like, oh
It's
no,
cosplay
it
is a
wasn't a
really neat
diva.
thing.
It
Diva.
was oh, I can't remember the name of the anime. It wasn't like an actual mecha. It was like where you've got the person in the center and they've just got little extensions on them. I can't remember the anime, but it was kind of similar to what Kantai is for Below D, who asked if it was a Kantai
Yeah.
suit.
If you guys were wondering, I'm gonna try to like go to a lot of other conventions too. Anime Weekend Atlanta is gonna be another one that I go to again. This was when I was at the last one. This is before anybody arrived.
Oh, yeah, I
And
had no chance to get pictures before people showed up.
yeah, I was like obviously this was in like a hotel and then the convention center was connected to it, but no one was awake yet. No one was down there. I think if there were people, they were getting breakfast, but there wasn't a lot. So, take what you can get, I suppose.
Oh, that's something you won't get out of AX that you get out of other anime expos. There are no hotels above AX.
Yeah.
It is a stadium, multiple stadiums.
Yep, and if anyone was at Anime Expo, you probably did see me because I know I was like kind of like hiding a little bit. But this was one of the best cosplays that I had saw from that convention, next to the Black Panther one, which they took a lot of care and detail to put on. And this is gonna be it.
Seems like that'd be terrible to walk in.
Yeah, I don't know how they did it. I don't even know how they got into the building that way. Yes, it is Near Automata. This one is a Near Automata one. This giant suit. Can I like zoom in on that? Yeah.
It was, I think, the first or second boss of Nier.
It's
pretty close to the start.
Yeah, it's there were a lot of talented cosplayers there. I didn't get the ones of the couple that were in like the Black Panther getup, but I did see them and I thought that they were like really cool looking. And then one of my favorite things from Anime Week in Atlanta, as though if you were to keep up with me on social media, you would know that this is a thing that happened because I flipped off Crunchyroll because fuck Crunchyroll. So I just every chance I got.
You just wanted to put that in.
Yeah, I just wanted to let everyone know that things were happening at Anime Weekend Atlanta. There was this other picture.
Entranced. They do hentai panels. They start after generally 9 or 10 o'clock. AX will go from about 6 in the morning for some panels and go to like 4 in the morning the next day.
If I go to Crunchyroll Expo, it's just gonna be me running around flipping everybody off. No one stopped me from flipping them off. I even recorded a video. This is a plushie booth right here, and as you can tell, there were people that were in it. And if you guys are smart, you've already figured out that multiple people that probably have really bad BO, because it wasn't even, the first day wasn't even over yet. And you could already smell them. So when they're going into this plush pit, you have to imagine that all of these weird, like, body odor, like, oils are going into this plushie, and people are picking them. It's really gross. It's so bad.
If any of you go to any expo, do everybody a favor and double apply your deodorant, please, and thank you.
Yeah, just please shower for the love of God. It gets really bad in there. It's great.
This is kind of related, but I'll send it to you in Discord if you want to pull it up.
Wait, what was
AX
that?
Did have a ball pit.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Please don't.
I felt that was important to note that AX did have a ball pit, so DashCon is not the only one.
Yeah, DashCon, that's what I was thinking of. The lonely ball pit.
Yes.
And as most of you may also know, if you keep up with me on Discord, then you know that when I go to anime conventions that I can drive to, I buy a lot of snacks. Like this. But there was actually more because I like drank some of them like on my way home. So there's a lot of good stuff that you can get that you really can't find at like any anime convention or at like a market that you can go to where they have international foods and such.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was great. There's also like oh god, I want to see the ball pit. No wangs for Crunchyroll. Yeah, no, they don't get any. They don't get any good wangs. I think you sent me that one before, but if not, people they're gonna see today. So here is the lonely ball pit at Anime Expo.
It's very important to show.
Like, I like how they're just in there, like not even remotely having fun. They're just in there because why not? They're like,
it was in the
here.
cosplay photo shoot area, but nobody was taking pictures of them. They were just hanging out in the ball pit.
Who goes to like a ball pit? I mean, I guess there's like pictures that can be taken at a ball pit, but
there was some weird stuff in the cosplay area. Like there was schoolrooms, which made sense. There was little forest scenes, but then there was this ball pit in the corner, and I don't know what you would use that for.
Yeah. Caption that, kill me. Like they're just like, why are we here? Just to suffer. Yeah, that's pretty much this picture.
I'm seeing some people already starting. Let's get some F's in the chat for these two poor souls.
They're lonely in that ball pit. Put some F's in there. You know, unironically, I should say, I will be in that ball pit. I'm gonna take pictures in the pit. Yeah, if they have the ball pit, I'm gonna be in the ball pit. I can see that being the most not fun, but also the best fun either. Like Otakuso said, wanking in the ball pit. You know, we're in current year 2019, and there's already been a story of a teacher masturbating in a classroom, like while his students were there.
God, that was like 2 days ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a couple of days ago. And if that's happening already, I can't there's no telling what happens in the ball pit. Like there's
Don't get in the ball
absolutely
pit.
yeah, don't get in the ball pit. Wait, unless they're masturbating under that ball pit. This is true. They could be.
Oh,
Get big wangs. Get some big wangs and entertain yourself. Set a new record for how long you've been in the ball pit. I'll just get big wangs and take pictures in the ball pit. That's my promotional material. You guys are smart. That's why, chat, I knew I could trust you.
oh wait, I can't believe I forgot to add this one too, because as with any expo that has a ball pit, they also have safe space stations.
Yeah, oh yeah,
set up.
yeah. You guys are really like this one. Send me that good stuff.
Oh no, there were two. There was the queer trans safe space, which is a little booth that tells you about queer and trans representation in anime and all that.
Yeah, it's
But
it's a safer place for you. It's meant to be
yeah,
safe for everyone.
there was another one that
Oh,
I guess I forgot to send you. Is there actual like curtained off rooms that have signs in front
what?
of them that inform you that it's a safe space in case you need to go away from the stress.
Oh. Okay, chat. All right, are you guys ready for this? Type a 1 if you're ready for this. I don't think anyone's ready for this. You know what? Don't even worry about the ones. So, so here's the one. Here's like the table where it shows this is a queer and trans safer place. Look at they have websites, so go to them and be generous, but don't be an asshole. But that's just one picture.
I like how they had to like shill everything they have. They have their Gmail, their Facebook, their Instagram. They have an Etsy there on the bottom
Well,
and a Tumblr.
yeah. Okay, well, their Tumblr probably isn't going to be around much longer because, you know, Tumblr. But and then we got this other gem that you just sent me.
Yeah.
This is explain again, please.
Yeah, this is actually in the buyer's hall. It's all the way in the back, and there were multiple curtained off rooms, and I didn't know what they were at first. But I got around to the right side of it, and I found a sign that said safe space. And it explains on the sign, like, if you're afraid of loud noises, if you get claustrophobic, if you get, like, talking to people is too much for you, come and sit in the safe space.
Oh my
Now,
god.
like, before anybody thinks, like, these events are, like, super centered around this stuff, I saw exactly two people in my time in the cosplay hall approach the queer trans booth, and I saw exactly one person actually walk into the safe space. So these aren't really used, but it's weird that they feel the need to have them. To me, it's odd.
Okay, I'll give them credit where credit is due. It's better to be with them than to be without them. But on the other side of the coin here, why?
Exactly.
like if you're already this if you're this way about going to a convention, why would you go to the convention? And also in like Apex Shadow says, isn't a convention a safe space? That's what I've always thought. Like, people are just into the same hobby and we all do the same thing, so why in the world would we need to separate them again in a safe space that is curtained off?
Yeah, there's really spooky weed trash. There's really not many people that use them because everybody at the expo was friendly. Nobody was particularly mean. So I don't see why they need to be there. I mean, except wherever Momokun was, people might need to get away from her.
Oh
but
yeah,
other than
that's
that,
what I would use it for. Just by the way, if she shows up, I'll be in there. I'll go in there. Yeah, I need a safe space from Momo-kun. She'll just show up and it's gonna be like that picture where she's on the beach and she like looks like she's in a boss battle. She's gonna show up like that, and I'm just gonna run like, hey guys, I need this safe space for like 10 minutes tops, please. So that's it. That's what I got for that. But these are just a couple of the things.
Space.
Oh my
You
god,
don't want to see a Momo space.
I don't want to. Just that whole thing gives me cancer when I think about it.
She takes up too much space as it is.
Call security. Yeah, I doubt security. One security guard's not going to be enough for that.
Oh yeah, no.
I can see that would just they would just be overwhelmed. There's no way. Speaking of cosplay, I got one more picture to share before I like end the stream because we're almost coming up on like 8:00, so it's fine. This was a cosplay that was at not MechaCon. This was at Anime Weekend Atlanta, and I thought it was one of the best cosplays I had seen. Like she had walked like past like a couple of times, but I really liked her cosplay a lot.
John Alter.
Yeah, it was great.
It's all run by fans, most of whom don't know what they're doing. Security won't do anything.
Yeah.
Is that AX or MechaCon?
I think they're talking about Anime Expo. Why is my PP hard? Demonetized. Stream isn't monetized anyways. It's fine. Yeah. Yes, I'm in the Central Standard Time, so I'm in that weird spot where it's not quite the future, but not so much the past either. We're just kind of in between.
He's in that part of the country nobody cares about.
Yeah, also known as God's blind side. So, you got to take what you can get. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that happens at conventions. So if you've never been to one, the flights and the baggage fees, the hotels, places to eat because you will be hungry, I would go ahead and mark all of those down preemptively because we're still pretty early in the year before Anime Expo even starts. So my suggestion to you would be to find all of those places and then, make a detailed list because some people will be at the convention all day. I think you plan to be there pretty much all day, right?
Yeah, I generally spend all day most days. I don't go to many of the night stuff just because most of it's panels. I don't enjoy panels as much as other people do. I find them kind of boring. Not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
I don't go to any panels. I always miss them. Necro's one step closer to God and yet further than here. Yeah, sometimes I just don't understand. I don't understand what happens in this weird world. Yeah, so like Anime Entranced says, buy tickets now if you plan to go. The prices rise closer to the con it gets, and I think right now they're not as cheap as they've ever been, but they're cheaper right now because I think they go up another like $20 or something like that here like really soon. So I would go ahead and plan for that as well. And Anime Expo starts technically July 4th, but they do have a pre-show. I hear that I hear there's nothing really at the pre-show, but it starts on July 3rd at 6:00. So
yeah, there's very limited stuff during the pre-show because especially a lot of the companies that go to actually sell stuff aren't even prepared till the 4th.
Yeah, and it's an extra $20, and I think after tax it's pretty much $30. I wouldn't really put too much stock in it.
Yep, it probably sounds weird, but when you're planning for a trip to something like AX, always get the ticket to AX before the hotels and stuff. Because the tickets to AX are going to be way more limited than any hotel or Airbnb or flight.
Mm-hmm. And if you are a part of our armed services, our active military and whatnot, thank you for your service. But then also you get a discount once you show them that you have your veteran ID or your active military ID stuff. So it's marked down to $70, but that's on site only, so you can't purchase it beforehand. But yeah. I am sure they'll just be like, okay, just come on in. So just have fun with that and just like I said, plan early, which is what I've been doing.
Very important if you're going. Anime Expo actually mails you your pass when you purchase it, and they have a specific date. I forget what date it is, but bring your pass with you because Anime Expo, unlike other events, you have to actually scan your pass to open the door. If you don't have a pass, you're not getting in.
Yeah.
It's too bad.
Yep, someone did bring that up too. And I think that they start shipping them in May, is what it says. It says, when will my badge be shipped? It says the badges mailing will start in early May 2019. It says, please note that badges are mailed out in batches. You will receive an email with a tracking number once it's in transit. And then you can also like view all that other stuff. But I think that they said like very specifically that you have to you have to make sure that your shipping address is the same if you have like multiple orders on like one particular thing, right? Like if you order like multiple tickets, like 3, for example, then you would have to have your shipping address as the same instead of if someone's from out of state.
And Apex Shadow Anime Expo is July 4th to the 7th with a pre-show on the 3rd.
Yep. Good old July 4th. The 4th of July. I wonder where the like all the like fireworks and stuff like that'll be. I want to see all that.
If you do go, you generally want to get there on the 3rd because events start at like 6 in the morning. Anime Expo goes literally all day and into the next days.
Yeah, enjoy the events day 1, suffer day 0, pretty much. I mean, that's what I've heard. Does AA ever get sold out? Does Anime Expo ever get sold out? I don't think so. Does it?
I think the premier fans for certain do. I think the 4-day passes will get sold out within like a week of the event, but not like so bad that you'll never get it.
Yeah. And I mean, worst case scenario, you'll just find a lot of scalpers and then they're going to try to mark up everything for you.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean,
never buy from a scalper.
Yeah. Never do that. But I mean, you know, it is what it is. You got to just make sure that you just buy everything early. Am I a trap? No. I mean, to some people, I probably am. Oh, yeah, you are. So don't tell anyone, though.
It's 1/2 trap.
See, it's fine. As long as no one asks, as long as they don't ask questions, we'll be fine. It's okay. But yeah, that's just a little something that we kind of put together. So that way, if you go to Anime Expo, make sure that you always take into consideration that baggage fees are going to be pretty high. And when I say high, I mean I would rather not pay for them.
Yeah, exactly.
So, so take that as what it is. He just RPs as an anime.
Like, I already bought the plane ticket. You're telling me I can't just throw a bag in the back?
Look at all of these. Look at all these airlines. But you only have like 6 of them, anyways. Big wangs for half traps. Yeah, big wangs. You know what? That's it. I'm gonna email them. It's gonna say, "Dear Big Wangs,
you're gonna ask them for sponsorship."
Yeah, I like. I'm gonna say I like big wangs. Can you I want some big wangs in my life.
Sir Shabby, most people don't really talk to anyone at cons. Not gonna lie, unless
you're with a group of people.
Yeah, generally groups will talk to each other. Or if you're at like a really specialized booth that nobody else is at, people will try and talk just to, have somebody else that likes the thing they do.
Yep. Sometimes people will, they'll just do their own thing.
What is a half trap? Is the left side a trap and the other a guy? Why does it have to be like left and right? Why can't it be like top and bottom?
Whoa. Facts. Dear Big Wangs, I like big wangs. Give me big wangs. I'm also a YouTuber. I'm open for sponsorship. Yeah, that's gonna be my that's gonna be like the catchphrase I get to them. Like I'm just gonna say that to everyone. It doesn't even have to be for big wangs. It'll just be that's what I say. Let's have a meet up at Big Wangs. Yeah, we're gonna. I'll figure it all out. But I am gonna stream Anime Expo when I get there. I have a 360 camera, so everybody will get to see it in some capacity. So Rama is the ultimate gender fluid character. This is true. Rama does the trans thing with water, so it's actually indisputable. Let's have our big wangs meet. Big wangs and big tangs. But yeah.
I just gotta get out on Twitter. There's only 4 people in Big Wangs for Necro.
Oh man. Yeah, don't worry. I'm booting up the Twitter machine right now. It's happening. So don't worry about it. But yeah, there it is. I see it. I'm gonna like retweet it. I'm retweeting it. Big wangs for Necro. So that's all. That's all I really have. So if you guys have any other questions, we'll probably do like we'll do more streams before Anime Expo happens, but just we'll get to it. So if you guys haven't just checked out any of the links or anything like that, Playbunny Arcade is in the description below, and just make sure you check out that. And I think it's on Steam. You're a curator on Steam. I need to like make some videos because I'm like so far behind. So
Oh yeah,
we'll figure it out when I get there. So with that being said, that's all I really have.
I'm booting up the Twitter machine, NECRO 2019.
There's actually a quote before I hit like the stop streaming button. There's actually a quote that's in my server, and it's I do anything for my thoughty boys. Yeah, so quote that one up. It's a very real quote that I said. So I'll do anything for my thoughty boys. That's all, guys.